Hey, it's your favorite slightly hood therapist. And I'm so excited because I'm chit chatting with the Mrs. Kaylan Mumford from At Home Health. Hey, girl.
Girl.
Kaylin and I are chatting about a couple of things, and I really wanted to hear from her and wanted her to share her thoughts on not just her business, which is amazing, it's something that's really big and really huge, something that's needed in the city, something that people don't typically think about until it's already a problem. But then she's also going to talk to us about family life, and this Black woman is doing it. She's like, I'm trying to make sure when I grow up that I'm in that stage when it
I want to be like you when I grow up. Yeah.
you got it together emotionally. I'm the therapist and I ain't got it together when it comes to these kids. So we definitely want to hear
Woo.
about that. So Kaylin, tell us about At Home Health. Like what is your business? What does it focus on? Tell me all
So,
that.
At Home Health LLC is a home healthcare agency. We provide home healthcare aids in a client's home. So if someone is elderly, mentally or physically disabled of any age, we provide a care aid to come in the home, help with medication, help with housekeeping, give companionship, can take them to run errands, cook meals, help them bathe, whatever they need to do to get through their day to day. We have care aids for the clients. And it's very good when people, if you're a caretaker and you take care of your loved one or your mom, your dad, your husband, wife, auntie, because a lot of times the person that we end up taking care of when they get sick
Mhm.
or they age is not the person we grew up with. It's not the person we fell in love with, because people when they get ill or get or go through dementia or get sick, they change. It's like a biological change. Like it's mentally, spiritually change them and their role change. So I think mentally that's hard on the caretaker. So having a professional come in the home and take some of that weight off them is very helpful.
Yeah, yeah. I've had to watch that, from the aspect of having clients seeing their parents go through that.
Mhm.
And even for a few years, I worked for a company where I was the clinical coordinator um, for the agency that provided home health care. They called them direct support staff.
Yes.
And man, you talk about people who are needed. Like that's a huge job to do. So how do you go about finding people who have the compassion to do that work and the patience? Because that's hard on a regular person that's a family
Yes.
member, so let alone a stranger. How do you vet people for that?
You definitely have to have a heart for it. It's not for everyone, and you have to have a certain level of patience. And I have to listen to them when I interview them or Tracy interview them. We have to listen to the way they talk about people, the way they talk about the elderly or the disabled, their tone and the kind of terms they use and descriptive words. Like you have to be very mindful of what you're looking for. It will be a great fit, and every aid is not the right fit for every client. So we do a good job of parting those up, because everybody's not for everyone household. They might be a good aid, but they might not be a good aid for Susie, but they might be a good aid for Samson. What I'm saying? So that's
Yes.
something you have to recognize and understand when you matching those up. You can't just put, oh, well, they're licensed and they got, no, it doesn't work like that. So
Right.
you really have to understand what the client needs and what and who the aid is, before you pair them up with people. And we do a test. We let them go over there, meet the client, meet the caretaker, the person who in charge of the decision making, and see how they feel. And then we get feedback and then we set that up.
Yeah. That's really cool that they get to go out and meet the person, and the person gets to meet this staff person who's going to be
Yeah.
living in their homes. Um, that was something that actually came up this week as I was talking to somebody else. They were talking about their family member in a living situation like that, and
Hmm.
feeling as though their family member was not treated as an individual who had, rights to make decisions. And it's like, well, I was asking her, what do you have the ability to contact the agency or the staff person and help them to understand, like, don't forget you're working in somebody's home.
They're still a person. They're still their home. They're a sacred place. When you have someone home, you let them in a part of you that's important. So you have to make sure that you respect their home and their boundaries.
Mhm.
And that's why we started doing this social media thing, because we know, especially in our community, we don't talk about things like this until it's too late. So we've been trying to give out information. We have created something called the Caretakers Corner, where we're in
Okay.
a caretaker and we try to give information like every day of the week, on our business page and on our personal page. Like, hey, this is what you could do, or these are ideals, or don't forget this. Don't forget that you are more than a caretaker. You are a person. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Those type of things, reassurance that caretakers need to know, even legal things, that they need to know as far as being a caretaker for a loved one. So it's just one of those things that I know is just not talked about until it's too late. To you in a frantic and it's your desperation mode versus trying to get ahead of the problem, being proactive. Hey, because we are gonna get old. Hopefully, we hope that we get old. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And when we age and become elderly, things don't work as they used to. Your mind, your body. So it's important to have those things in place so that can happen, so you can age gracefully and stress free yourself and whoever will be taking care of you
Yeah.
down the line.
Taken care of with dignity. Yeah. Yeah. So, what made you start this company?
So back in 2012, I started working for a guy named Mr. Williams, and Mr. Williams had a DME company, and I always been in healthcare, like that. Always been my interest from the beginning, but I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I know I want to be in healthcare. I looked into different aspects of healthcare, but I wasn't sure like what aspect of healthcare that I want to be in. And he had a DME company, which is a branch on the home healthcare. He did durable medical equipment, and he did the emergency response units,
Okay.
and he did home modifications for the elderly and disabled. So I'm like, okay, I want to do what he's doing, but not on this side. So when I used to do his office management, billing, those type of things, certifications, make sure his contracts was together. So sometimes when him and the delivery person was behind, I go do those deliveries for them, like pick up the kids from school and like drop off equipment. During those times, I used to see some care aides or CNAs in clients' homes. I'm like, okay, I think I want to do that. So I started researching, like, this is expensive. That was 10 years ago. So expensive. Payroll is expensive.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, they're closed. They're not taking new clients, blah, blah. I mean, new providers. So then I met Tracy in 2016 at a bar. So we was talking. She had a home health care in Ohio. I'm like,
Wait, wait. You glossed over that. You met her at a party, you say?
at a bar. At
A
a bar.
bar.
Yeah. And then she owned a home health care agency. And I'm like, okay, I want to do that. She's like, cool. One day we're gonna open one together. Fast forward to 2019, she's like, I'm ready. I'm like, okay, like, we're gonna figure it out. And that's what we did. We figured it out. We opened in 2019, we got an LSC, July 2019, we got our first clients, October 2019, COVID hit, lost all our clients.
Oh.
But prior to COVID hit, we applied to be a provider. We got our license and everything. We applied to be a provider for United Healthcare, VA, reached out to the Asian Commission, reached out to Blue Cross Blue Shield. Everybody, we're closed, we're not taking any new providers. COVID hit, started April. They was reaching out to us. Hey, are you all open to? Yes, we are. Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
So COVID actually helped us.
Mm-hmm.
It helped us because everybody was bringing their people back home. They will take them out those facilities, take them out the nursing homes. They want them at home. So actually it helped us to get in network. And that's the start. And then we got contracted with one agency, one insurance, and it just kept going. So yeah, it's exciting. It was like it's super exciting.
That's good. And it happened when it needed to. And even, when you got hit hard with something you wasn't expecting, it turned out to be a blessing.
It did. It
Yeah.
did. It was like first. It was like, oh my God, how we gonna pay these bills? You have to have an office in the state of Tennessee, or every state if you have a home healthcare agency. So we still got these bills going. We still got this going, but it actually helped us. Like it put us in positions. Like even now, we just got an agent commission contract. Like just being in those positions, I feel like it was
Okay.
a level up thing that opened the door for us. And this is a nice contract. So
Yeah.
like I'm thankful. Like I don't want to say I'm thankful it happened, but what they say, mean for your bad, end up being for your good.
Yes.
You lose to win big. That's
Yes.
happened for us. So I'm grateful.
Well, congratulations on that wonderful, awesome, amazing contract. Good, good. Tell me, so tell us, where can we see information about the business? How can you be contacted? And I'm going to put that in the comments, and then
Okay.
I'm going to segue into this other topic. So
Okay.
tell me about the business again. How can
Okay.
people find
It-
you?
It's at Home Health LLC on Facebook.
Mhm.
The website is www.athomehealthtenn.com.
Okay. Okay.
And on Instagram, it's Home Health Owner 901.
Okay. And though now you mentioned to me a little bit before we got on that you do reels every.
Every Wednesday I post a reel. Every Monday I do like something motivational. Tuesday I give a tip. Wednesday I post videos, and Friday I share any link to get information on, home healthcare, elderly resources, those type of things.
Oh,
So
you
I
busy, busy.
I try to keep a schedule.
Yeah. Okay, good. That means that I want to put all of that in the comments so that people know where they can find you. And it's interesting and helpful for people to be able to, like, sometimes people get timid and they like, well, I don't want to call and waste people's time and be asking a bunch of questions. And you're putting this information out in a consistent
Yeah.
manner. They can just see it for themselves.
Right. Right.
Okay. So, uh-oh, did I look? There you go.
Oh yeah.
So, talking about family and
Mhm.
being responsible and looking out for people, Mrs. Kaylan Mumford is also a mommy,
Mhm.
and you are co-running, because we know your husband running things. You
Yes.
you are co-running a blended family. Can you
Yeah.
talk about the successes that you're having with that as a woman of color, as a Black family?